Welcome to my Lily of the Valley build. This is the manual. Make sure you check it out thoroughly. And I highly suggest that you do the coin test here to make sure that you're not over extruding. If you're over extruding, it won't fit. So check that you got all your parts. Came with everything that you need. Make sure you print all your parts. You have the pieces up here, matching up here. 3 times the shade base. 2 stem collectors, the bud leaves, and the top and the bottom of the base. Check off all your prints. And right here we need to cut 6 18mm long filament pins. But match them up here. So you need 18mm. You have some side cutters, that works. It's a little long, we can trim it back. Alright. There are our 6 pins that we need, so. Oops, found the missing one. Got an extra one anyway. Okay, now you make the assemblies here. So you would take the shade and the socket. Thread the socket through. Maybe a little bit of tight fit, but snap it in there, push it in there well. Alright, that should be in there pretty good. And this you can come in from the bottom. It's enough room that it fits through. And it helps if you start on one side. Helps if you start on one side here. And work your way around. And that one's done. Same with this here. Our next 2. Thread. Snap in place. Alright, not going to put the bulbs in there just yet because I want to shape the flowers. To shape the flowers, you basically need a nice bowl and then pour in some boiling water, about less than 1 inch thick, deep or so. Then if you put these in here, the boiling water will start to curl up. There you have a nice reheat it if you need to get a little bit more on there. Dry it off a little bit of paper towel. There's one done. Wipe it out of the way. This is the PLA that came with my printer. This one I don't want to curl quite as much. And this will just curl a little bit. Put our water away. Okay, and now we can put our bulbs in here. The bulbs they have diodes, so they can go either way. Doesn't matter which way. So they're like magic. Don't force them too hard. They should finally get in there. So, all right. Okay. Let's make the top section. The top section, I like to use the least opened one, because if you look on a lily of the valley, the least open one is usually on the top. So group the wires and then thread through the shorter end. And this should be a snug fit. There we go. We got the section B. And the bud leaf, we can add that later too if we want, but if we put it here. Now to C, we'll make the midsection. So if you look here, one side is longer than the other. Not much difference, and if you screw it up, it shouldn't matter too much, but you can see this side is just a little bit longer than this side. So take the short side, thread through the short side. Snug fit. Put our bud on here, bud leaf. And then we need to do our connector. There's a straight side and shooting off to the side here. So you can see that side's going that way, and that side. So we want to do it in the offshoot here. So again, thread through. And snug as a bug. And last but not least, again, we want the short side. Thread through that side. The bud on here. And the off side. There we have it. Now I can make the assembly. Start with the top. This goes in through the mid one in the back. We need our little connector tube. This gets a little more challenging as we go. Start with these two first. The longer of the two. And then the next two. These all slip in here properly. Oops. A straggler here. Long, middle, and this one on this side. Start it here. There we go, and then pull these through. And have a little bit of patience. There we go, we have the light assembly. Now on to E, we can make the leaf. Slice them all the way here, get our leaf pieces down here. Need our pins in here. Line them up. It should be nice, tight fit, flush fit. So then we need our connector clips. If you look in the illustration here, the sun on the top and the mountains below. So you're looking for the round dot ones. These come in from the back, and those just should be able to push in with your thumbs. So. Round dot. There we are. On the bottom, we need our pins. There we are. And double check the little triangles, the mountains on the bottom, and above. Get in together, and there we go. We got our nice leaf. Okay, now we can finish the upper assembly. So this has to come through the long tube here. This is a little bit of finagling, so have a little bit of patience. And a little more feeding down here. go. And this, make sure you have this installed, ready to go. Caution, that's a big warning there. Because I've assembled these before, forgot to put the top on there before I started wiring it through the bottom part here. This is a little trickier. To kind of jab them to get through there. First set, a longer set. Yeah. Set it in there well. Stand it up. And as you can see, we're getting pretty close there. Okay, now we just need to trim these wires here. Careful with the shades because they're a little fragile. Don't whack them around too hard. Alrighty. These now need to be screwed into this here, into this plug. The plug will then go here with the screws terminal sticking out. So we need to make sure we have a little bit of free play here. So about 120 centimeters. Double check. So by the time I screw it in there, a little bit of room. Gives me a little bit of room. Alright, throw those in the trash. Now probably the most challenging of the build is stripping these. The old way is you can use a little bit of a scissors and just kind of break through the try not to nick the wire, just want the insulation off there. So try not to nick the wire, just want the insulation off there. Okay, the trickiest part is getting these wires stripped. Got my thumbnails too far back. There we go, I got one. There we go, got the whites done. So they're wrapped together tight. Check the depth. Am I going a little too deep? So just trim off the ends a little bit. Yeah. Trims the ends off just a little bit. Doesn't matter because they sort of self-adjust, but let's open this. Open this up. Keep that in there well. Good tug test. All right. Halfway there. Look to the side here, check the depth. Trim this back a little. Make sure this is opened up well. There we are. Now, get the switch in there. The switch comes in this way. Trying to attach wires. Okay, add switch and close top. So everything should be in there fairly snug. It's a little loose. And twist your power cord here. Before you snap it together, it's probably a good idea to make sure everything is in harmony. I like this one in the middle, and these two on the outside. So, and let there be light. Okay, let's unplug it a minute so we can get this back together. Line up the switch hole. There. Snap all the sides. Okay, this goes on to the right. Rotate everything around a little bit. And we'll plug this in the back. And align it. Touch off, on, touch and hold, and a slow dim.